ready.
Hello, friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. I don't remember that quote. I don't remember it quite, but here we are once again with another episode of House of the Dragon. Yes, we're back another Sunday, another day. I'm glad there's no breaks. I'm glad that there's no breaks. So every week I can look forward to watching another episode of House of the Dragon. I'm thoroughly looking forward to watching episode 8 of the greatness of what Game of Thrones used to be. And thank you guys so much for all the people that has joined the channel in the past week. A lot of people that have watched my last episode. It got more views than I expected it to get, and we're heading there. I think it's like close to like 1,500 views, and I'm glad. I'm happy, you know, because when I first reacted to Game of Thrones, those videos are not available anymore, by the way. But when I first watched Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones is what grew my original channel very fast to get to 1,000 subscribers very fast. It was one of the first TV shows. It was the first TV show that I reacted to on YouTube, and here we are once again. So if you are new, if you did subscribe because of last week's episode, I do appreciate you for joining the Terabyte Gang, or the Terror Gang, whatever we call ourselves, Terror Squad. Anyways, guys, let's jump into episode 8, man. Last week's episode was nuts. I'm still team neutral. I really am. I'm still team neutral. Just want to see how this plays out. You know, Aemon has just took over the show. Even for me, like as a kid, he is taking over as like my favorite character now. Like I just want to see him say stuff. Hopefully, I think there's another time skip in this episode as well. I think they said that this is the last time skip until the end of the series. So not the end of the series, but till the end of the season. So let's see how it goes. Anyways, guys, let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review.
I must
6
know.
years.
Will he live?
You led your
That's
sailors into an ambush.
Rhaenys,
The
right?
ship made to look as if it were abandoned. In the fighting, his neck was slashed by a courser's dagger. He fell overboard into the sea.
Corlys is
The wound
dead?
was severe. Ship's
Oh, he
master
didn't
said,
die
"It
immediately.
burns from within."
Oh, he's sick. He's like, go with the flow.
So they arrive in 3 days. Let all be made ready to receive him, Maester Calvin.
The hair is white, like white. The hair is white.
The sea snake is strong.
No doubt. I love my brother,
Do you?
but we must be honest with ourselves. We may greet his ship to find him gone, and who will take the Driftwood throne?
My grandmother
Oh.
seems quite comfortable here.
She presides only in the absence of her husband.
To Lucerys Velaryon, as is my lord husband's desire.
I am the sea snake's own blood, the closest kin he has left.
This man is,
careful, good
he
brother.
wants the throne today.
Take your words for treason.
I speak the truth, Rhaenys, and you know it.
The matter has been decided.
By a man whose ambition has brought down on us calamity after calamity. But
Says
what of
the seat is
Velaryon
supposed to
line?
pass
Is
to
it be snuffed
Rhaenyra's
out? Supplanted
firstborn,
by
I
the pups
believe.
Of House Strong. Driftmark is mine by all rights. The winds have shifted. The crown has good reason to take my side.
My cousin the king would have your tongue for this.
But it's not a king who sits the Iron Throne these days, good sister. It's a queen.
He means to call into question Luke's legitimacy. And by extension, Jace, and by extension, my own claim to the throne.
Vaemond cares only about Driftmark. Has he made common cause with Otter Hightower yet?
This is what I fear. Rhaenys' flames are caught. Surely she cannot be planning to back him.
No. Whatever disagreements we may have had, she's not cruel.
She believes we had her son killed so that we might marry.
Yes. And yet she's taken Baylor to ward.
Yes, it's Rhaenyra's memory she honors. She has no love for us.
Who's sick to
What
rule?
choice do I have?
To King's Landing, then.
The Mad King really left a bad taste in everybody's mouth about Targaryen's man. Damn, it seems like she hasn't been here in a long time. Damn, nobody came out to greet him? The disrespect is real. Where is Alicent and Otto?
I say it's nice to be home, but I scarcely recognize it.
It was my understanding Lord Corlys wished for his grandson, Lucerys, to succeed him as Lord of the Tides.
He can fly a dragon, yes, but can he command a fleet?
Ability does not alter his claim. The Sea Snake has never formally named him as heir.
We shall hear Princess Rhaenyra's petition along with those of the other claimants on the morrow. I do beg your pardon, my lords. I must greet our guests.
Is he bedridden? This man is Yo, look at this man. They don't even look like the same person.
Who goes there?
Father,
Shout out to the makeup team, man.
my king.
They are killing it
Rhaenyra.
with this series right now. Wow, Damon is out here still
I'm here with
doesn't age. This man has been around for all these years. This man is not aging, bruh. Every time we see Viserys, he look like he aged 50 years. Damon, a year maybe?
The Sea Snake has taken a grave wound in battle in the Stepstones.
When? You were in that 4 years ago.
No, the fighting is new. There is a petition to decide upon the succession of Driftmark and the heir to the Driftwood throne.
Did Damon just get choked up for his brother?
Listen to not.
He does have a heart.
He does.
No, brother, listen to me.
He always did, just messing
You are
around.
confirming the position for Lucerys to be Corlys Velarion's successor.
There's someone we wish to introduce you to.
What do you call this? Hold on. What would you call this baby now? It will be his grandson, if it's a boy, I think. So it would be his grandson and his nephew. So how does this work, guys?
Princess
They just intermingle,
Prince
yeah,
Damon.
you know.
It's been so long since we were granted the joy of your presence.
Why are you showing the scar?
Indeed.
My father and I are mere stewards of the king's will and wisdom.
And how exactly is that wisdom expressed? In blinks and wheezes? I'd be surprised if he could remember his own name, or if you could.
King Viserys' condition has worsened since you saw him last.
For the king's suffering, did the maesters also prescribe the removal of Targaryen heraldry and the installation in its stead of various statues and stars?
The emblems of the Seven serve only to guide us on an uncertain path, to remind us of a higher authority.
And on the morrow, which authority will sit in judgment of my son's claim on his own inheritance?
That would be mine. And the hands. But be assured the father is just and commands me to forget the accusations you have held in this room today.
Is he fighting Aemon? Boy. They all took his eye. Damn, Aemon out here. Okay. Okay, Aemon, you know what I'm saying? Alright. I see you.
My prince. Hold your nerve, my queen. What we do for the good of the realm.
I must confess a certain uneasiness now this is at hand. He may yet live.
But we must be prepared if he does not.
The realm has enjoyed a long peace. A credit to the work of both Jaehaerys and Viserys, but the threat of war looms and may arrive on our shores. When it does, will you want a child at the command of the greatest fleet in Westeros?
This is crazy, because I don't
Lord of
know.
the Tides will be deeply in your debt, your grace. As will Driftmark, in all its strength.
But in a situation like this where Alicent has to choose, who is the better choice here? Is it the grown-ass man or the child? Because he has the rightful claim. At the very least, I would say this. She could do the correct thing based on tradition, even though we all know that that's not really his, Laenor's kids. Could give him a throne, make Rhaenyra happy, right? Give him the throne, make Rhaenyra happy. But also, if there is something that comes up, they're in a bind, because then if Rhaenyra and them have to fight, they have they have one of the biggest fleets to come attack King's Landing and take the throne by force. If it comes to that. If he gets the throne, the Driftmark throne, right? If he gets the throne, maybe dude's Corlys' brother, I don't remember his name, the dude that's in the room with him right now, if he could help, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, he wants the throne, but that's something that he could do to kind of appease everybody in a way. Let him rule until, I don't know, man. It's so weird when it comes on to this hierarchy stuff. It's just so weird how succession works. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So it's like, what does Alicent do in this situation? What does the king have to say? Can he still, lucidly make a decision that could affect this? Or that?
I wondered for many an hour what your purpose was in coming here. Whether you'd speak for or against the suit brought by Sir Vaemond. But then I realized...
Vaemond. I gotta remember his names. All these damn similar names.
Yet you did worse than that with Laenor. Did you not?
I loved your son.
Wow.
I may not believe it to be true, but I did.
Nobody believes that shit. What did you love him for?
I did not order his death.
Well, that is true.
Nor
You
was I complicit,
just faked
I
it.
swear
But
this to you. Back Luke's claim, and let us betroth Laena's children to mine. Baela will be queen of the 7 kingdoms, and her sons will be heirs to the throne.
A generous offer. Or a desperate one.
What does it matter?
You're right in this, at least. It does not matter. You can bargain with me all you like. Bring my granddaughter with you to soften my resolve. But tomorrow the High Towers land their first blow. They force you to your knees. And I must stand alone.
damn. This is the only person that can actually set things right. Like, this is the only ally she has, and he's like 90% dead.
You told me it was our duty to hold the realm united against a common foe. By naming me heir, you divided the realm. I thought I wanted it. But the burden is a heavy one.
Well,
It's too heavy.
you can't run away now. No, bro, you got like two other
If you wish
sons.
me to bear it, then defend me. and my children.
He is out, bro. He down for the count.
Tonight, the whole of my family are gathered at the Red Keep. I want us to dine together.
Maybe he just wants to make some announcements, I guess. Oh my God. Yo.
Just arrange this up.
Look at this man.
The Crown will now hear the petitions. Sir Vaymond of House Velaryon.
For as long as House Targaryen has ruled the skies, House Velaryon has ruled the seas. When the doom fell on Valyria, our houses became the last of their kind. Our forebears came to this new land knowing that were they to fail, it would mean the end to their bloodlines and their name. The true, unimpeachable blood of House Velaryon runs through my veins.
As it does in my sons, the offspring of Rhaenys Velaryon. If you cared so much about your house's blood, Sir Vaymond, you would not be so bold as to supplant its rightful heir. No, you only speak for yourself and for your own ambition.
You'll have chance to make your own petition, Princess Rhaenyra.
What do you know of Velaryon blood, Princess? I could cut my veins and show it to you, and you still wouldn't recognize it.
Hey!
This is about the future and survival of my house, not yours. This is a matter of blood.
Yo!
Ambition. I place the continuation of the survival of my house and my line above all. I humbly put myself before you as my brother's successor, the Lord of Driftmark, and Lord of the Tides.
Thank you, Sir Vaymond.
If I am to grace this fast with some answer, I will start by reminding the court that nearly 20 years ago in this very...
King Viserys of House Targaryen, the first
Yo!
of his name.
Yo! This man said, I gotta set the record straight, bruh. Hey, really get your ass off my throne, Otto. I'm telling you, when this show is over, it's probably going to shoot straight to my #1 spot if they do it right. Like, just the writing, everything.
Sit the throne today. Your Grace.
And all of House Black say, aye, aye, Captain. Hell off, dude.
I said I'm fine.
Are you though?
Come on.
I hope they, you know what I'm saying, at the very least, make they, you know, file down some of them sharp edges or something.
I do not understand why petitions are being heard over a settled succession. The only one present who might offer keener insight into Lord Corlys's wishes is the Princess Rhaenys.
I mean, what she wanted was for what he wanted was for him to take the throne.
It was ever my husband's will that Driftmark pass through Rhaenys to his true-born son, Lucerys Velaryon. As a matter of fact, the Princess Rhaenyra has just informed me of her desire to marry her sons Jace and Luke to Lord Corlys's granddaughters, Baela and Rhaena. A proposal to which I heartily agree.
I hereby reaffirm Princess Rhaenys of House Velaryon is heir to Driftmark, the Driftwood throne, and the next Lord of the Tides.
You break law and centuries of tradition to install your daughter as heir. Yet you dare tell me
This nigga wants to die today. All right. All right. No. Nigga, you better step back before they kill you. You will not allow it.
Viserys is my true-born grandson.
Well, that's true.
You, no more than the second son of Driftmark.
You may run your house as you see fit, but you will not decide the future of mine.
This man woke up today and chose violence.
And 1,000 tribulations besides. I will not see it ended on the account of this. Say it.
Bastard!
Our children are bastards!
And you just killed yourself. This man. Yo.
Is a whore.
Yo, this man. Yo, Vaymond don't give a damn. Yo, Vaymond said, F all of y'all. Vaymond is tired of the BS. Yo, Vaymond woke up today and he's like, yo, it's either you give me the throne, I'm gonna kill everybody up. There's who put this? Yo, Vaymond is about to go, bro. I can't stop laughing because this man, he just killed himself and it's like he doesn't even realize what he's doing.
Will have your tongue for that.
He can keep his tongue.
Disarm him!
Many.
I must put things right.
Bruh. Yo.
I assure you.
Vaymond said, F all of y'all niggas, I'm out. He was out of line. You know what I mean? He was out of line, bro. Like I get where you're coming from, bro, but you gotta be strategic about this, man. You are talking about the rulers of the ruler of the Seven Kingdom. Yo, this dude
gladdens my heart.
He's probably not gonna survive the season, but
fills me with sorrow.
Man, his performance
to see these
crazy
around the table. My own face is no longer a handsome one, if indeed it ever was.
Yo, how is this man aging like this? Everybody else just seems to be pretty normal. Like, this man looked like he ages crazy amount of years. This is what leprosy does to you? Let me see if I remember. I got to look up the symptoms of leprosy because I know it was described in the Bible, but I don't remember exactly. I don't remember. Does leprosy do rotting flesh? I don't remember.
But tonight, let us no longer hold ill feelings in our hearts. The crown cannot stand strong if the house of the dragon remains divided.
Bruh.
But set aside your grievances. If not for the sake of the crown, and for the sake of this old man, who loves you all so dearly.
I wish to raise my cup to Her Grace the Queen.
I like the fact that Rhaenyra is always trying to mend things.
But I must admit that no one has stood more loyally by his side than his good wife. And for that, she has my gratitude.
I'm glad that she. One of the things that I like about Rhaenyra, and I'm not afraid to say when people do things right, bro. I will praise them, but when they do things wrong or just they're out of pocket, I'm gonna call them out. So just like how I can see that Rhaenyra is always trying to mend, she's always taking the initiative to make things right, and she get defensive when she needs to get defensive, right? But at the same time, there are certain things that Rhaenyra lies about so damn much it gets on my nerves with her. So I can give her credit for the fact that she's always, try to initiate, things being better. All right, Alicent, it's your turn. Say something nice.
Your graciousness moves me deeply, Princess. We're both mothers.
Damn it.
And we love our children.
They were best friends.
I raise my cup to you and to your house. You will make a fine queen.
Yeah, don't smirk, Rhaenyra. It's well, will the infighting cease?
I regret the disappointment you're soon to suffer.
Yo, this man is a born troll, dude.
All we have to do is ask.
Jace.
It's like, nigga, sit your ass down, bitch. Evan stood up like, what you gonna do, bruh? You got something to say?
To Prince Aegon and Prince Aemond, we have not seen each other in years, but I have fond memories of our shared youth.
Have you now?
And as men, I hope we may yet be friends and allies.
You as well.
It isn't so bad. Mostly he just ignores you. Except sometimes when he's drunk.
Isn't this girl in wasn't she in Game of Thrones? Younger?
Let us have some music.
I've seen her in something before. I think she was in The Last Kingdom.
To the health of my nephews. Jace. Luke. And Joffrey.
Named Joffrey. I forgot that it was him. I was like, I thought he was like they named Daemon's son. I forgot that she had another baby with Strong. That was the last baby before he got killed.
Strong boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment. Do you not think yourself strong?
Yo, Aemon don't play no games these days, bruh.
Wait. Go to your quarters. All of you go, now.
Yo, Aemon is like, I'm grown now, bitch. What you gonna do? Y'all want this boy? Yo, Aemon. Aemon, this dude steals every scene that he's in, bruh. Yo, the dude that played him last episode, the little kid, and the same, it's like these dudes connected on a different level as actors, bro. They like, yo, you gotta bring that same energy to your scene, bro. You gotta bring that same energy. This man, Aemon, this character steals every scene that he's in because, bruh, he don't play no game. He's like, yo, these two strong boys.
It's best, I think, if we go back to Dragonstone.
You've only just arrived.
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback.
The king and I would both like that.
I'm sorry. I believe it to be true.
Believe what to be true, my king?
Aegon.
Our son.
The Song of Ice and Fire. It is true. The prince that was promised.
I don't understand this house.
The prince.
Prince Aegon.
To unite the realm against the cold and the dark.
Oh my
It is
God.
you.
You're gonna misconstrue this. Holy shit. She's gonna take this as he's talking about Aegon, but he's actually talking about Aegon the Conqueror, not your son. We all know who the prince is, which they never actually did anything with in season 8, but Blade was the prince that was promised. I don't know. Somebody should have been in that room to hear that too. Like, Alicent can't go out now and stir this craziness. Viserys is gone, bruh. Well, Viserys is finally taking his last breath. You know, brilliant, man. Eight episodes. Viserys, the actor that plays him. 8 episodes. If this guy does not get nominated, if he doesn't get nominated for Emmys, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad, and I'm making sure I'm looking out for it as well. I'm making sure I'm gonna look out for it to see if he gets nominated for any Emmys or Golden Globes. He should get nominated for at least, definitely Emmys. He has to be nominated for, is he a leading actor? Supporting leading actor, maybe? I don't know. I would say he's a leading actor in the show. He definitely played a major role for 8 episodes, so I'm definitely going to be looking out, because he deserves at least a nomination, maybe even win it as well. This last episode was brilliantly acted by him. Of course, a lot of CGI with the whole body stuff and stuff that was going on with his body as well, and it looks incredibly real. The VFX team that is working on this show is top notch. I can't imagine, like, I don't even want to know the budget for these episodes, because they're, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that the ones with the dragons, they cost more at the very least, but I know this show is, I mean, it's not touching, you know, like hundreds of millions per episode. I don't think so. I think every episode for season 8 of Game of Thrones, they cost, I think all of them was like over 100 million, I believe. I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was in the high tens, if you will, maybe even over 100. It was crazy. Game of Thrones was making HBO a shit ton of money, so it was easy for them to do that. Didn't quite make it season 8 great though, well, even though they spent all that money to do it. This episode of House of the Dragon, right, as I said, Rhaenyra is always initiated. You know, she wants to work with everybody, and that's good, you know what I'm saying, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I understand Alicent's part as well as what she had to go through. And you can call it jealousy, you can call it, you know what I'm saying, she deciding to do something and won't accept the consequences of what that is. You can call it that, or whatever the situation is, but you also got to acknowledge the things that usually goes Rhaenyra's way as well. You also, I acknowledge both sides, and that's the reason why I'm team neutral, because I just want to see how this plays out. I can't really pick a side, because they're both doing good things and they're both doing bad things, so I can't take any sides here, because I'm essentially in the gray. And you know what I mean, it is very hard for me personally to take sides. Before, I was very sure about Team Green, but Team Green is they effing up right now. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. They just are. From last episode 7, you know, with the situation that happened in Driftmark, and then coming into this episode where they were trying to essentially use the fact that Viserys was sick to accomplish their goals. It wasn't cool that they were doing that. If Viserys has not intervened, things would have went Vaemon's way, because they would have supported that. You know what I'm saying? They definitely would have supported, you know, the whole Vaemon situation. Vaemon would still be alive. Don't want to talk too much about Vaemon. Vaemon killed himself. He literally walked in the throne rooms, and when things didn't go his way, he threw a tantrum and committed suicide by somebody else. He essentially lost his mind, and he's like, F all of y'all, I'm going out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Suicide, going down in the blaze of glory. How did he think he really was going to get out of this situation? You know what I'm saying? Daemon dared him to say it. Call them bastards, bitch. Do it. Because he even decided to repeat himself to go there, bro. Like, the man was, he was steady in his stance. You know what I mean? He was ready to die, and Daemon granted him that very easily. You know what I mean? So this was an incredible episode, man. And as I stopped the episode to talk about my love for a show that I watched last year. It's called Nirvana in Fire. I don't know if any of you guys who have watched my channel have actually seen me. I reacted to it. And this is not for sending you to go watch my reactions. Go watch the show for yourself. Okay? Look for it. I believe the entirety of the show is on YouTube. You can literally watch it on YouTube free. You don't have to pay to watch it or anything like that. The entire show with subtitles and everything, with English subtitles, is on YouTube. I don't know how accurate the subtitles are on YouTube because I didn't watch it on YouTube, but it is on YouTube if you want to check it out, because it's a very similar thing to Game of Thrones. They're similar in a lot of ways, and the scenes that I enjoyed the most in that show is those court sessions when things are being brought to light. You get what I'm saying? When things are being brought to light, it always happens in the throne room, if you will, where the emperor is and everybody's talking and, you know, confirm or deny whatever the situation. Things are being outed, you know, people are being found out. You know what I'm saying? It's exciting. And I just realized the reason why, because of that scene with Vaemon and the king and everybody that was there. I just realized why, because there was a lot of those scenes as well in Game of Thrones that I really enjoyed. It's one of the things that I enjoyed a lot when watching Game of Thrones. So when it came on to this show and I saw that, I was like, this is the reason why I felt, I mean, other than the fact that the show is absolutely brilliant, way better ending than Game of Thrones, by the way. Go check it out. It's only, I believe it's 48 episodes? No, 54 episodes. It's 54 episodes, 40 minutes, 40 plus, probably about 43 minutes per episodes. So really, really good show, man. Go check it out for yourselves. And then go watch my reactions. It's cool. Anyway, so of course, Aemon had to get his 2 cents in. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's like, oh, happy-go-lucky. We're all a family again. Even though Aegon, you know what I'm saying? He's always going to be a troll. We understand what his character is. But Aemon is about that life. You know what I'm saying? He's about that life. He don't play no games. You know what I mean? Aemon wants the throne today. And he knows that if Rhaenyra gets the throne, right, him or Aegon will never inherit the throne. They will never become in line for succession because now the family tree has changed. So until one of them like marry into Rhaenyra's line, nobody in your family will ever see the Iron Throne. I don't know how things go in the future or anything like that, but as far as I know, that's how it works. So, with Aemon there, that speech was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? The double entendres. You know what I'm saying? With the strong, I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Because these things need to be called out, man. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be. And the thing about it is that, and that's where I say that y'all are kind of being disingenuous about what Rhaenyra did. And yes, you can say, oh, she tried to do it with Lenore, and that's cool. I appreciate the fact that they put that in the show to make us feel a little bit better about the situation, right? And that's fine. I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make what she did right. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't. To you, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if she was gonna go after Daemon this entire day, it's like Daemon abandoned her, and he was with Lena anyway. So, I mean, at the very least, I mean, y'all are cool with incest. I mean, if they cool with incest, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Jump Aegon's bones or something to make it look legit. Like it's just, I mean, either way, it's still wrong in my eyes. But at the end of the day, I know people are going to disagree with my stance on this. As I said, this episode was just well done, well written. The dialogue, I can't stop praising this episode. Like, anytime you think that this show is gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have a chill episode, a fall off episode, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Every time you think that's going to happen, it takes it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? Every time you think an episode, okay, last episode was a 10, they come back with the next episode, it's an 11. Like, and it just reminds me of the greatness of what Game of Thrones used to be and what it felt like when I was reacting to that show 3 years ago. 3 years ago? No, 4 years ago, right? It was just crazy times. And you're watching the show and you're just so immersed in it. You feel like you're a part of the world. You feel like you're a fly on the wall on what this show is, man. And I live for it. I look forward to every Sunday to watch House of the Dragon. It's that great. Where those things go from here, talking about the last scene of the episode where Viserys, before he passes away, talks about the prophecy again from Aegon's dream, right? We all know that this dream actually came true, right? But Alicent, because Viserys is saying that, talking about Aegon on the dream before he dies, she's taking that like Viserys has just said, hey, Aegon, my son, right, is the rightful heir to the throne. She's gonna take that. But the thing about it is this: if you guys remember what happened with Robert Baratheon in, I think, the first season of Game of Thrones, the thing that happened to Robert Baratheon, where he entrusted Ned. Remember what happened, bro? You know what I'm saying? When he entrusted Ned to, pass on, who's supposed to ascend to the throne, right? The letter. And, Cersei went and discredited the whole thing and was like, no, Joffrey. You know what I'm saying? When Joffrey is not even his son, he even found out about the thing, the hair color and shit, right? And he's like, why does he have golden hair when every Baratheon coming down always had dark hair? Like, what is this? It's just so crazy that it's kind of like the same thing happening in House of the Dragon with these bastards, right? It's crazy when you actually look at it. So she's gonna take that. I don't know how she's gonna use that information, if she's just gonna go gung-ho and be like, yo, he said that on his deathbed, I'm the only one that was there to hear it. And we all know how that situation goes all the time. You know what I mean? When you have no witnesses and you're the only one that heard something, which she's misconstruing because she heard what she heard. She just thinks it's her son, but it's not her son. It's actually, you know, Aegon the Conqueror that he was talking about. But she's never heard of this prophecy, which is kind of weird on Viserys' part, but I guess it's only passed on from Targaryen to Targaryen. So Alicent never knew of this prophecy. Like, I'm like, you never told your wife about this prophecy? This kind of, but okay, I guess we'll go with that. So yeah, man, this was a great episode. Looking forward to the next one to see. I mean, the families are not, even if the parents are not fighting, the kids don't like each other, man. They don't like each other, and they're next up. What is going to happen? Is the war going to happen between the kids when they grow up? Yeah, Viserys or whatever his name and inherit the Driftwood throne, but you know what I'm saying? He's a strong man. Anyways, guys, that is it for me tonight, man. It is now time for me to go and edit this episode so I can get it out to y'all. So thank you guys so much, man. Leave a like, leave a comment. I will catch you guys next week for another episode of House of the Dragon, man. I'm out. Peace.